How to manage bye weeks for key fantasy football players. Imagine your team is cruising along and suddenly you hit a week where your star players are all on bye. That can feel like hitting a wall, but with some planning, you can turn it into a smooth ride. Managing bye weeks is all about balancing your roster so you're not caught short when key players sit out. First, when you're getting ready for your draft, look at the bye weeks of the players you want to pick. Try not to draft too many at the same position with the same bye week because that can leave you scrambling. But don't sacrifice quality just to spread out bye weeks. It's about finding a good mix so your team stays strong week to week. Next, having a deep roster is a big help. If you have reliable backups, you can swap them in during bye weeks without losing much in points. Think of it like having a bench full of dependable players who can step up when needed. Keep an eye on the waiver wire during the season. If you see a player who can fill in for a star on bye, grab them early before your opponents do. This proactive move can give you an edge. Also, plan ahead for weeks where many of your starters have bye weeks. If you see a tough stretch coming, consider making trades or picking up free agents to cover those gaps. Sometimes, clustering bye weeks can work in your favor. If many key players share the same bye, you can focus on strengthening your bench for that period. Alternatively, spreading out bye weeks means you won't lose too many starters at once, but it might limit your draft choices. Some managers prefer to ignore bye weeks during the draft and fix issues later with trades or pickups. Whatever your style, avoid overreacting when bye weeks hit. Stay calm, make smart moves, and trust your overall team setup. Now, tying this all together, consider the strength of schedule when managing bye weeks. If a key player's bye week hits during a tough stretch for your team, having a solid backup becomes even more important. Conversely, if the bye falls during an easier part of your schedule, it might not hurt as much. The key is to plan your roster so you're ready for those weeks, balancing the distribution of bye weeks and keeping your team competitive. With some foresight, roster depth, and smart pickups, you can keep your team strong no matter when your stars take their rest.